What if the most dangerous person in your life never raised their voice, never threatened you, and yet controlled every single thought you had? That's not a horror movie. That's what living with a narcissist actually feels like. And the scariest part, you won't know it's happening until it's already done. Here's the truth most people never talk about. Narcissists don't control you with force. They don't need to. They use something far more powerful: your own emotions, your own insecurities, your own love against you. By the end of this video, you're going to recognize the exact techniques they use, and once you see them, you can never be controlled by them again. Point 1. The warm-up trap. Love bombing. It always starts beautifully. They make you feel like the most special person alive. Constant attention, deep conversations. I've never met anyone like you. Psychologists call this love bombing, and it's not affection, it's investment. They're building a version of you that's completely dependent on their approval. So later, when they take it away, you'll do anything to get it back. That desperate need to return to how good it felt in the beginning, that's the trap, and most people never even see the door close behind them. Point 2. Making you question reality. Gaslighting. Once they have your trust, the real control begins. You notice something feels wrong. You bring it up, and they say, "That never happened. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things." Over time, you stop trusting your own memory. You stop trusting your own instincts. This is called gaslighting, and it's one of the most psychologically destructive tools ever used in a relationship. Because when you can't trust your own mind, you start trusting theirs instead. But here's the part that shocks most people. The most powerful control technique isn't love bombing. It's not gaslighting. It's something so subtle you've probably experienced today. Point 4. The invisible leash. Intermittent reinforcement. Imagine a slot machine. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But because you might win, you keep pulling the lever. Narcissists do this with affection. One day they're warm, caring, everything you need. The next, cold, distant, cruel. No reason, no explanation. Your brain, desperately trying to find the pattern, goes into overdrive. What did I do wrong? How do I fix this? What do they need from me? Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement, and it creates a stronger emotional bond than consistent love ever could. It's the same psychology that makes gambling addictive, except the slot machine is a person, and you're betting with your self-worth. Point 5. Shrinking you. Isolation and criticism. By now, they've done something else. Quietly, slowly. They've made your world smaller. Maybe they criticized your friends. They don't really care about you like I do. Maybe they made you feel embarrassed for your ambitions. That's a bit unrealistic, don't you think? And here's the cruelest part. They never yell it. They say it softly, sometimes even with a smile. Because a narcissist doesn't want to break you all at once. They want you just confident enough to stay, and just insecure enough to never leave. So how do you break free? It starts with one thing: naming what's happening. The moment you can look at a behavior and say, "That's love bombing, that's gaslighting, that's intermittent reinforcement," the spell begins to break. Because these techniques only work in the dark. Knowledge is not just power here. Knowledge is protection. And remember this: a person who truly loves you will never need to control you. Real love feels safe, consistent, and calm. If it feels like a constant emotional roller coaster, that's not passion, that's a trap. Now I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like someone was slowly changing the way you saw yourself? Drop a red circle in the comments if any of this felt personal. And if you want to understand dark psychology at a deeper level, subscribe, because what's coming next will change how you see every relationship in your life.